welcome to my channel, Nanna-M. My name is Lynn, and if you're new, a very warm welcome to you, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Today's video is a video that's following on from a Tesco shop that I did, in that Tesco shop I bought things and foods that I wanted to cook meals ahead, freeze them so that it frees up time for me during the week to be able to film for you lovely people. And all I need to do is take a meal out of the freezer in the morning, defrost it, put some sides with it or whatever, and that's how it is. So that's what I decided to do. So I'm wearing different clothes to the first video that you'll see because I've had to split it into two. And so this is the introduction for the first video that I did, whereby I make sweet chili chicken sizzler for one night. I do a chicken curry for a second night. I do a chicken chow mein for another night, and I do a chili con carne. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I did another batch of yogurt, but this time I made it in the microwave, so that's quite interesting to watch. It's probably the easiest of them all. Yeah, so I did 2 pints of milk and turned that into yogurt, so that's another thing that I did. So I just added that bit in. And that is for, the curry does 3 meals and the chili con carne I think does 7. But all the others just do 2 each. The other 2 do 2 each. So that is the first video and the one that you're going to be watching after this introduction. So, that being said, grab yourself a cuppa, put your feet up, relax and watch me get ahead with my weekly cooking. Bye for now, see you in a short while. So I'm doing a few jobs as I said before. So the first one I've done is I've got all my blueberries, chopped all my strawberries up, put them in this tray, and I'm going to flash freeze them for about half an hour, something like that, before I put them in the bag, and then they don't all stick together. So that's going in the freezer now. Come back. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my chilli. So I've got my pan here. Get my mince in there. Get rid of that. So I'll set the back one off. There. Wait while that bubbles, put the lid on and leave it. So I'll set that now for I think 30 minutes, and then we can get back to it after. Because I've been away, I don't have any homemade yogurt, so I'm also going to do another batch of homemade yogurt. So I'm going to do it in the microwave this time and see if that works. Just something a bit different. So I've got myself a big bowl, and I'm going to put, what is this? 1 litre, 1.136 litres, which is 2 pints. So I'm going to put that in this bowl. I hope it fits. Put my 2 pints in here. And then I'm going to put that on full power. My microwave is 800. So each microwave will differ. But what we have to do is, well, what I have to do is I have to get this to around about, not over, around about 200 degrees centigrade. So each person's oven microwave is going to be a little bit different. And I haven't made it in mine before. So I think what I'll do is I think I'll set it to 6 minutes first, then test it, and then see where I go from that. So anyway, you can see me put it in. And I think I'm going to put a plate on top because I haven't got a lid for this. So that's going in there. Right in the middle. Put a dish on. And a plate on. And I'm going to do that on high for 6 minutes. And then I'll test it with my thermometer and see how many degrees it is, because I want it to be as close to 200 but not over, because 203 is boiling point and it will boil over and I don't want it to do that. So that's my yoghurt on the way. So now we'll go back over here and I'm going to start my chicken curry, which is the easiest chicken curry in the world. It's just chicken and a curry sauce, but it's how we like it. And I'm going to put some onions in this one. So I've got my pan. This is me trying to be organised so that I've got more time to film for you lovely people. Okay, they've been cooking for a couple of minutes now, so I'm just going to put my chicken in and brown my chicken. Now what I did was, I forgot to tell you, I'll show you. The chicken breasts that I got from Tesco, I chopped them all up into small pieces and divided them into 3 so that I could make 3 separate meals. So this is a third of the chicken that I got from Tesco. So that's 300 gram going in there. I'm going to let that chicken brown now with that onion, and my microwave's pinging, so we'll go over there and we'll test that milk and see what temperature it is. So I've done it. As long as you use the same amounts and the same dish and the same temperature, obviously it's got to be 800, you're going to know exactly how long it takes to get to 200, aren't you? But for your first time, what you don't want is for it to boil over. So I'll take the lid off and let's see what it's saying. 132. So I'm going to do it for another 2 minutes and then it'll have had 8, won't it? 2 minutes. I did it for 6, didn't I? Yeah. You think I should have just done it for 1 minute? I'm going to stop it. No, I'll keep my eye on it and I'll stop it after a minute. So while that's doing that, this chicken needs to brown a bit. So after this afternoon's cooking, I'm going to have made yoghurt, a curry, probably at least 3, if not 4 nights portions for both of us of chili. I'll have made sweet chili chicken for a tea one night, and I'll have made chicken stir fry. And tomorrow I'll do the ham, the gammon in the kasori, but on slow cooker setting. What's it saying over there? Woo! Don't want it to boil over, do we? Not that it really matters. It just means I'll have lost some. Oh, it's only 22 minutes to go. I'll keep my eye on it. Right. So now it's had 8 minutes. And don't forget your microwave keeps cooking for a bit, doesn't it, after? Not that that matters, because it certainly won't boil over. It's all about warming it up without boiling it over. So let's have a look. Bit of stir. 153, so I'll do it for another minute. So then it'll have had 9, won't it? Look at the chicken. Let's check that's not boiling over. No. And now in goes the curry sauce. Balti. I love Balti. Balti sauce. Just a little bit of water, not much. Just so that I can swill the jar out. There we go. Another stir. I'm just going to turn it down till I check that milk again. So now, what's it add? You'd add 6, then 2, and then another 1, weren't it? $200. So I'm going to take it out very carefully. Now I have got to let that cool down. I'm going to put a lid on it. Until it's between 115 and 120 degrees centigrade. No hotter, no colder. Somewhere in between 115 and 120. So I'm going to set my timer to half an hour. Half an hour, and then I'll test it after half an hour. Right, this has come up to a simmer now, simmering nicely. So my secret ingredient to this is an OXO cube. Transferred over now to this one. So I'm going to leave that now. That's already been cooking for half an hour. So let's have a look at it. That is good enough, actually. So what I'll do is I'll leave the spoon in, let the lid, leave the lid off this chilli, and then let some of it evaporate so it'll thicken up a bit more. So that's that one. Just leave it on number 3, I think, just for a little bit, just till it evaporates. So now I'm going to do the sweet chili chicken. So let's get this going. Right, so my chicken's browned off a bit, so I'll take it out. Okay, so I've got a little bit of colour, so I'm going to put my chicken back in like I did last time. Whoops. Okay, I've had the lid on now. I would say for probably about 10 minutes or so. So everything's cooked nicely through. So now I'm just going to add my chilli sauce. So, another tea done. So that can go over now and cool down. And then I'll start on this one. I'm going to put my chicken back in so that my chicken steams as well. I'll just mix that in. Okay. And put my noodles in. Let that heat through now for a bit, and then I'll switch that off, and then that's another one done. So I've got my curry done, I've got my chicken stir fry done, I've got my sweet chili chicken done, and I've got my curry done. And my yoghurt is going to be done in a minute because I think it's around about 123 degrees now, so not long to go before that's cool enough to be able to have my other yoghurt. And then we're doing okie dokie, aren't we? I won't need to cook for ages. Well, I will, because we won't want to eat, you know, the same thing. But at least I'll have quite a few meals that I can just nip to the freezer, get them out if I don't feel like cooking. And that's what it's all about, ladies. But I'm lucky. I'm retired. I can do this. But this is a good thing to do if you've got a family as well. If you've got a spare afternoon on your hands, plan it all, do a menu, think of really easy teas, and then cook it all in one go. Get it stuck in that freezer, and Bob's your uncle. Losing my pants. I don't know which to have for my tea now. Right, let's see if that's gone down to 120. Between 115 and 120 it needs to be. That milk. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Here we go. Put light on. Can you see? You see that? 120. Just a minute. 119 now. So we're good to go. 119. So switch that off. Clean that in a minute. Got my yogurt. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to put half of this pot in. Live cultures. I checked. So 1, 2, and then I've got enough for another. But I could keep some of that back if I wanted to. So that's the process. Give this a good mix now. Now you can cover this. You can wrap it in a towel, put it back in your microwave, shut the door, and leave it now for between 8 and 12 hours. But then you can't use your microwave. So instead of doing that, because very often I'll make myself a brew, and then I've dropped my whisk in here. I've dropped my whisk. I'd whisked it anyway. Hang on. Very often I make myself a cuppa, forget about it, it goes cold and I warm it up in microwave. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put mine in the oven. So I'm going to put this dish back over the top. Like so. Get a towel. This is just so that it's airtight and you're trying to stop it from cooling down too fast. That's all you're doing. It's not like rocket science really. So I think what I'll do is I'm only incubating it, aren't I? Same as we did before with the other one. Well, I did. And anybody that chose to do it. So now that is going in here because I will be using my microwave. I'm going to leave that overnight like I did before. And tomorrow morning I will have my yoghurt for the week. Put that back in fridge. So I'll show you now the chilli, and I'm going to portion it out. So I'm thinking, I've marked my bags, chilli, look. So I'm thinking, do you think that's a portion? Or not enough? I do 1, 2, 3. That should be enough. So that's 1 tea. So after today's cooking, I've got 2 portions of chicken stir fry with noodles. I've got 3 portions of curry, chicken curry, and I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 portions of chili con carne. And then I've got, just checking, 7 portions. And 2 portions of sweet chili chicken sizzler, plus the yoghurt. Sorry, you can hear the washing machine. And out of the 2 pints of semi-skimmed milk, I managed to get, I think it was 1,122 grams of yoghurts. So as you can see, yes, it was successful. We've got yoghurt. Right, so I've got my scales here with my tub on. I've got it paired to 0, so I'm not going to get it all in here, I don't think, so. All right. No, I'm not going to get giddy. Take some out. So let's put 700 grams in that one. Make it easier. £700 grams. Well, 701. So that's 700. $422, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1,122 grams. 1,122 grams. So I just wanted to share with you what that has all cost per meal off my Tesco receipt. So I've priced it all up and then done per person, per portion, whatever way you want to work it out. So the chilli, altogether the ingredients cost £9.64. So that divided by 7 is £1.38 per portion or per person. So I think that's quite, what do they call it, budget friendly tea. All you need to do is put some rice with it, put some chips with it, or a baked potato, sorted. So that was 7 portions I got out of that. Big portions at that, you could probably get 8. Anyway, the chicken curry worked out at £4.44. So that's, and I got 3 portions of that. So that's £1.48 per person. Then the chicken sizzler was £3.41 altogether. So that's £1.70 per person per portion. And it was a big portion. We had that for tea last night, so it is a big portion. You probably could split that into 3 if you weren't being greedy. And then the chicken stir fry came to £6.01. They were massive portions, so that's like £3 per person, which I still think is a budget friendly meal, but it doesn't sound it when you look at all the others, does it? But it is really, and it's £3 for your tea. Yeah, so the yoghurt, which is my favourite, all the ingredients for that came to £2.05. And it was 85 pence of that was for the Yeo live cultured yoghurt, which I've only used half of. So really it was like 42.5 pence, wasn't it? So that comes to £1.60. £1.65, say. But I got 1,125 grams out of it. Because what I didn't show you was I'd already took 2 teaspoons out to taste it. But my camera wasn't. I thought my camera was rolling and it wasn't. So that's why there's a little bit of a voiceover. But yeah, so that's really, really good. Isn't it? Really good. £2, no, £1.65 for all that yoghurt. If you take 1,125 and you divide it by 150, which is 150 grams, which is what your Yeo is, you get 7.5 portions of 150 grams. Now, if you're to pay 85 pence for it, it will come to £6.37. But mine only came to £1.60. So from £6.37 to £1.60. And a lot of yoghurts are a lot more than 85 pence, aren't they, for 150 grams. So I will be forever making yoghurt, and that's probably the easiest way so far. I mean, the easiest way really is your kasori, because you just dump it in and leave it and let the machine do all the temperature. But if you don't have a kasori with a yoghurt making function on it, well then your microwave's probably your best option, and then you're not stood over your hob. Cheaper as well than doing it on the hob. So yeah, I won't be showing any more methods for making yoghurt, you might be pleased to know, for those who don't even eat it. But for the ones that do, give it a go. I love it. Yeah, so I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and if you did enjoy this content, please consider subscribing if you're not already. But if you are, please just leave me a heart in the comments, give me a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends, and fingers crossed. This is only part 1, so you will be seeing part 2, so watch out for that one. Yeah, so fingers crossed, I'll see you on part 2. So look after yourself, much love to you all, and bye for now.